Happy holidays again. We have got another Christmas song for you here. This is Sloppy Seconds' Lonely Christmas. It was on that album right there. It was also released on an EP called the Lonely Christmas EP, which had some other things that weren't on the original album that came out later, some cover songs and stuff. Anyway, so song's pretty simple. There's nothing real hard about it. It sounds harder than it actually is. So let's get into it. All right. All right, so the verses, it starts out, I'm going to go ahead and show you this little beginning thing. I hit a harmonic at the 12th fret, and then I start bringing my volume knob up. So that's all that is. I'm going to do that one more time for you. Harmonic, volume up. So it just starts in G. It's a G chord. Your first chords are going to be G, D, F, and G. So the snow is falling down. It does that again. Then it picks up a little bit. C, to D, after G, back to D, down here. C, 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 D, 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 D. So you got that? So there's just back and forth G, C, and D. If you listen to it, you can figure it out and find it. So then when it kicks into the chorus, it starts on D. And then it does a little climb down here. You're going to go from B to A to G to F sharp. So that little thing again is. Friends and neighbors. Trimmings on the tree and mistletoe. Then it just starts over. It does that next verse again. Same thing. And that all goes through the same pattern again. And then after it goes through that again, we come to the solo. So after the solo, it breaks down into a little breakdown. The chords aren't any different. It's just I start muting. And you don't change it anymore. If I can find your Christmas spirit. And the piano gets harder. I at your door. And you're getting a little more aggressive. Every cold December, it's a feeling that I just can't dismiss. Wanna get along with Christmas. I have friends and neighbors, Christmas papers, trimmings on the tree and mistletoe. Whoa. So it throws that E minor in there. So trimmings on the tree and mistletoe. Oh, trimmings on the tree and mistletoe. So that second time, instead of going to E minor, it does, but it goes, holds the G and it goes. So I think I can't remember if I put at least 4 guitars on this, so I don't remember what did what. But the basic thing is you're going down. So G, F sharp, E minor, E. So if you just did the notes, it'd be. Just another lonely Christmas day. The guitar solo is pretty simple. First, there's 2 things going on here. One, I do one note, which let me kick up the sustain on this so it will last. I do one note that goes. And if you listen in the headphones, you'll hear it go from the one side of the ear, it'll go from left to right, and then the second half of the solo, it does it again. So that, obviously you can't do that with one guitar player, but it's just that little studio magic we like to do. So the actual solo does something like this. So let me break that down for you. So the very first one, I'm in the E position, which is songs in G. This is the relative minor to G. I do that a lot. If you listen to a lot of sloppy stuff, you hear me playing the relative minor all the time because I came from a rockabilly background, less of a punk background. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Point is, we're in the, think of E, pentatonic. So I'm going. So that is just, and these aren't going to be exactly like my solo. I'm just giving you the ballpark thing. So that first thing is. So I'm just kind of pinching that to get that harmonic. So there, that's the 14th. I'm bending that string on the 14th fret. Coming back to the 12th on the G. It's on the G string. To the 12th fret to the 14. So 14, 12, 14, 14 on the D string. Then I do a little thing, which I do that all the time. You hear that all the time in sloppy songs, because that's what I knew how to do at the time, and it's still all I know how to do. So there you go. So anyway, so that little riff again is. So I'm doing that on the D and G string, hammering on from the 12 to the 14. So 12, 14 to the 12. And I'm sliding up to the 16 fret. So and that is at the what was that? 15 and 17 on the B string. So slowly we've got from the beginning. And then I do a little. So there I'm doing going to the that's the B and the E string. Same thing I did up here. I'm just doing an octave higher. So that's on the so, and then I jump up to the what was that, 19th fret on the high E and come down to the 17 to the 15. So, and then just walking it down on that B string. So, then I go, that's on the D string from the 14 to the 12, and I'm bending that. So slowly, this is what we have so far. So after I do the I think I'm doing something like that. And all I'm doing there is I'm pulling off, I'm hammering on that B string at the 13th fret. And then hammering on to the 14th fret of the G string. I'm going to end on that G note at the 12th fret. So the whole solo very slowly. Okay, these next things are these little fills that the high end, real high guitar that was going on that you heard. It almost sounded like a keyboard, but it's not. So I would throw these in there. Here's an example of what they were. And now here are what they, here's how I did those. So I was doing this, and what I'm doing there is I'm coming from the, it's on the high E, and I'm coming from 19, 17, 15, and I'm just going like a little pull off. And my hand is just hitting those. Sometimes I do that. I wasn't consistent. Sometimes I'd start on the 17 and hammer on the 19 and pull off a triplet to the 15. And then during the chorus, I would go. And that's just playing the melody there, so it's just those three notes. 4 notes, I guess. And that is the whole thing. That's the whole song. I can't swear it's note for note, but use your imagination. You can figure it out. I was just winging it at the time, so had an idea of what I was going to do. Usually the way we did that was Paul Mahern would run the tape. I would just noodle around. So anyway, I hope this. Hope you learned something from this. If not, I hope you had fun watching me try to remember what the hell I did. Merry Christmas, everybody.